you whenever we play. But sure, I believe you. Here we go. Like I said, Claude finally, because of the buff on the patch and the lacking of those big burst heroes, finally Claude is back in the MPL.
Yes. Wow. One of the biggest comeback.
Biggest comebacks,
One of the biggest manifestations of the 10-ban system. We got Claude in for the main carry, and that's carry position here for Bren Esports. And that's Kurt Z. Kurt Z Claude. Ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Z Claude.
Very, very scary,
Yes.
man.
Let's hear what would be one of the off lane here. What would be the off lane for Omega? Also lacking in off lane. You know,
very much.
You cannot choose a Masha here.
Nope.
Oh, no Yuzong? Oh my god.
Okay, well, let's think about it.
We'll have a very unique off lane here.
Unless they push the Hilda to the off lane, but looks like it's gonna be the Jawhead.
Alright.
It's a bit of a risky, I would say it's a risky pick.
It's very risky in my opinion. I mean,
considering-
Jawhead might struggle against the Chango.
It will. It will struggle against Changa. It's gonna
Even
have a
in
hard
clashes,
time surviving against Uranus and against a FAMS if they go 1v1.
Yeah.
So I wish they picked something a little bit more tankier in that offlane position, but they can probably try to roam around.
Something with very hard engage, but I'm not so sure. Options are very nil.
Yeah, I know. It's so thin.
Close to nil, yeah.
I can't even think about a good offlane anymore. That's why they went to the Jawhead probably.
Yeah.
So based on the draft here, Shinbu, I would say we are in for a pretty big roller coaster because this lineup from Omega doesn't even look like it's ready for 1-3-1.
The Jawhead is good. By the way, I just realized Loyi. Loyi Jawhead combination. I think that might be a good combo. Yeah, for that
But
part.
again, the problem with combos is that they rely a lot on perfect execution.
Yes, and of course the enemy team anticipates it.
For sure. As long as you see them both on the same lane, you know that everyone's gonna run away.
Yeah, that's an option.
Yeah.
That's the thing about combos, guys. They're telegraphed, quite easy to predict. But let's see. This is where the pro player comes in.
That's right.
What's your prediction?
And I'm predicting a very big, a very stable game here for Bren Esports and a very explosive one here for Omega. Let's get into the match here for game 1.
You didn't predict for a team.
Oh, I didn't predict for a team. Okay, it's Bren. I think Bren's gonna take this.
Yeah, I'm voting for Bren as well.
Yeah,
I think as long as the combo is not completed onto Omega, Bren is a very stable comp.
Yeah, absolutely.
In my opinion, I mean,
they're gonna last until the late game.
If you're Esmeralda, it's very hard to catch the Claude.
Yeah, especially in the hands of Carl Heasy, one of the youngest prodigies of this game, right? So we're in this, and I'm already thinking about the farm of Hajis. I'm already looking at the pathing. Where is this lane gonna go to? But looks like Fuse gonna have a hard time pushing out early game damage as they are getting hit on by Omega.
Yeah, but remember, the one who did the reaction here was Bren. They're very quick. Not just one, make that 2. Goes for the dive here, done in by Rebo. And yes, that's 2 for 0. Quick onto the side of Bren.
Yeah, absolutely no problem for Bren. It looked very effortless. I mean, maybe they kind of forced Few to go a little further, just so it can become a little bit of a bait.
Yeah.
But it didn't become such a big problem for
I
them.
totally understand how Flap Z respond there, and also Rebo, right? Because their life are pretty low, right? Their life are pretty low on that part, and that's already a given that you will respond onto the mid lane. I'm just surprised that they really did commit to go for kills.
Yeah.
I thought they just want to even out the health here, and man, that's quick cash in for Bren.
The thing about that is they didn't even have that super long stun. They did not have hard crowd control, so it was just Omega willingly fighting into the slows.
Yeah.
Of Bren Esports.
And durability, by the way.
And the durability.
Of the Uranus.
The Uranus.
And
you cannot
Thames,
do anything about that Uranus.
Yeah.
For now.
Especially once the Uranus starts spinning. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be a big problem here. Does HGC have the buff?
I don't think so. I feel like he's just missing out on a lot.
Oh, he got the purple. He got the purple.
That's fine. So we are in here for another big one in the mid lane.
They're dancing around. There goes Guard Z. BMI in. Kites back onto hit. And the hit will be burned here by the members of Bren.
Yeah, Bren Esports looking a little bit more comfortable here with their draft, as we kind of predicted. They have that steady draft that doesn't actually rely too much on combo pieces.
Yeah, it's a composition that's quite easy to understand. You have durability in the front line. You have mobility for the back line against a Ling.
That's it.
And you have very solid wave clear. You have very solid pressure.
Yeah, you know this. You know this Chang'e can clear waves without a problem.
Yes.
And they will not. It's going to be very difficult for Omega to make a push.
Yeah. And if you're coming in from the front, enter through the front door, it's very impossible for Omega. You have to go through the Tams, you have to go to the Uranus, and you have to deal with the Chango Ultimate.
Yep. Looking fun here. They're having a lot of fun, no? Bren Esports looking like they are just clearing waves, going to the side right after. And that's the power of their composition. I expect Carl TZ to be really, really strong here in this game at around 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah, they surely will lose this turtle. The juggle here for Bren is quite wise. They have their buffs up for the turtle fight. Just in time for it to be expired. And I think they will still try to commit. There is the flickering done by Lusty. Way of the Dragon also delivered towards the face of Kenji. As a few kites back, Kurtzy swings in. Had JZ along with Flapsy. Lots of Y in their names. But that's it. That's the death delivered against that lane. And of course, answered for by his teammates. They exchanged the attempts 1-for-1 overall.
Okay, that was a little bit too deep for me, for Flapteasy. Maybe he got a little too excited. There wasn't even any big dying members on Omega.
Yeah.
So they're going to pay for that with a little bit of a kill. But overall, I don't think Rebo's going to go down here.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's just providing vision. It's now establishing pressure. No lanes to worry, really, because the top lane side is already pushed.
Already wiped out so well.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show the power of Bren Esports on these side lanes.
Yeah, man. I'm not so sure. Things are looking so gloomy here for Omega.
Yep.
And ideally, you would want to take some few kills early for the league.
At least, right?
Especially
with that killing spree. And then you're not utilizing it if you're not getting kills.
Yes. Oh my God. That's a lot of damage onto few.
Oh my gosh.
friend.
And right now, Lusty, he doesn't even need that fighter emblem anymore. He's going to go for a lot of damage here. On the heat, he goes down really
They're
quick.
very much willing to take the control of Hit here. Doesn't have to worry about the durabilities from the Hilda. It's Lusty fully focusing his ultimate onto a support tank. Now for the backline, Flavzy close in towards his. Kurtzy also saying goodbye. And what do you see? Nothing coming in from Omega.
Yeah, you know what I'm seeing, Shinbu? Nothing as well coming from Kenji. He is trying to farm while the rest of his team is getting slaughtered.
Yeah.
They might be allocating the wrong people to the wrong lanes. Because if I had the Jawhead on my team, I would ask that Jawhead to just go and help stop, throw people away, eject people away from the fight.
Eject people away from the fight. Actually, what you can just eject would be the Uranus or the... So, but my problem here is that, I mean, Pew has been getting down with a lot of pressure against them. Kurt Z goes for the backup. Actually, Carl Z goes for the backup and goes for the kill on Kurt Z. And Esme gets destroyed easily by the Claude.
That had a lot of rhymes in it.
Man.
I like it. These teams really seem like they're built for each other, you know? So we are here and we are 9-1 in the kill score with a almost 6K deficit here.
Almost 6K on
Omega.
the deficit. Yeah, this is, we cannot sugarcoat it. This is clearly a one-sided game. And again, I just want to emphasize onto few. Yes, guys, Chango can be countered by hard engaged heroes.
Yeah.
But again, if the engage is completed, if you are not engaging the Chango, she will be just dropping, meteor missiles to you.
Over and over
meteor
and
shower
over
just
again.
on the first kill. Should be
Look
enough.
at Lusty!
Lusty feeding his fit onto the members here of Omega. Cool follow-up onto Few. Nice counter there onto the dispersion by Hayes. Still not gonna be enough though to defend this inner mid lane turret.
Man, you know what? When we came into this day, Lusty said we thought Lusty's gonna be like, oh, no more Kufra, no more Grok for Lusty. What's he gonna do? Apparently, Lusty is one of those guys that have a lot of hidden picks in his pocket.
And apparently, still our pro players still does not check that brush on the side lane. Always, nobody checks it.
I don't know why that's been that's been a sickness of a lot of our pro players.
Yes,
right?
yes. If there's one thing that characterizes MPLPH, that side lane brush, guys. Nobody checks it.
Yep. For the meantime, again, a lot of our especially Bren Esports right now, is so happy with the results. Even oh my gosh,
my God, with a sticker into the face, forced the flicker out against Hit. Kurtzy to the front line, knocking here under the inhibitor turret of Omega. They just want the minions came in, and Bren here, not actually pushing, just waiting for the minions. Goes for the inhib, bitter turret here down for the mid, and Kurtzy and GC gets hurt as delivered in from the meteor shower of View.
Yeah, meteor shower is just so strong, especially if it's from one of those farmer, especially if it's from Few, that did not get disrupted the whole game.
Yes.
Only skills for them.
Yes. I mean, there's a Jawhead. There's a lot of engaged heroes here, but that's the problem. This is a well-fitted composition. Lusty here, at least he did some nice position there to actually get the kick down, but of course he got punished quickly. Still, pressure from Bren. textbook approach. They remove the top lane inhib. Gonna be removing this mid lane inhib.
We don't even have the Lord yet, and they want to finish the game
They can
already.
finish the game. They have a well-fed Claude. That's down to courtesy.
Oh my
This
God.
game 1 will be into the pockets of victory for Bren Esports.
So, Shinbu, let's talk about that a little bit. It's not even 8 minutes.